We are America. We don't just fix for today. We build for tomorrow. 200 years ago, trains weren't traditional infrastructure either, until America made a choice to lay down tracks across the country. Highways weren't traditional infrastructure, until we allowed ourselves to imagine that roads could connect our nation across state lines. The idea of infrastructure has always evolved to meet the aspirations of the American people and their needs. And it's evolving again today. We need to start seeing infrastructure through its effect on the lives of working people in America.
Oh.
What is the foundation today that they need to carve out their place in the middle class, to make it, to live, to go to work, to raise their families with dignity, to ensure that good jobs will be there for their kids, no matter who they are or what zip code they live in? That's what infrastructure means in the 21st century.
Yep, that is what it means. And of course, the Republicans are going to sit there and say every negative, horrible, hideous, ugly thing about modernizing American infrastructure simply because Joe Biden is a Democrat. That's it. That's how straightforward they are. Mitch McConnell, he's sitting there saying, hey, corporations, this is not what you were designed for. You weren't designed to promote freedom. You weren't designed to promote a free market. You weren't designed to actually give people choices about, where they'll travel to see an all-star game. That's not what you were designed to. Give me money. You were designed to make donations to my campaign and shut up about it. That's what you were designed for. And they're out there just railing on the hand that feeds them, literally biting the hand that feeds them to promote lack of, being able to choose their voters, to promote saying no to infrastructure, which, by the way, corporate America, they benefit the most from infrastructure modernization. Yes, if we didn't have roads, then all those containers that come over here from China would just sit at the port, right? And the ordinary workaday truck driver who goes and picks up all this stuff and brings it to a place where they sort through it, where they segment it, where they pack it again and send it to whoever ordered it, whether it's a big store or it's you, they wouldn't have anything to drive over. They wouldn't have any way to get these things to you if they didn't have roads. And guess what? If you don't have internet, you're not able to order any of it. You can't, no. And if you don't have internet, you're not able to research anything. And if you don't have internet, you're not able to get a vaccine in this country because you got to do it online. Now, he asked a really good question today, Joe Biden did. He's like, when did we stop investing in ourselves?
One of a few major economies in the world whose public investment in research and development has declined as a percentage of GDP in the last 25 years. Declined. The United States of America, that led the world. Why does this matter? Investing in research and development helped lead to lithium batteries, LED technology, the internet itself. It helped lead to vaccine breakthroughs that are helping us beat COVID-19, to the Human Genome Project, which has led to breakthroughs in how we understand and fight cancer and other diseases. Government, meaning the taxpayers, funded this research. Government.
Yes, because, Ronald Reagan started this, I'll just call it a meme, back in 1979, where he said, government is the problem. No, bad government is the problem. Good government is not your problem. It is not my problem. It is not the problem of the people who win wars for us. It is not the problem of people who get Social Security. It is not a problem for people who go to public schools. No, government is not the problem. Bad government is the problem. But see, they sought, and by them I mean the Republican Party of today, they sought to redistribute all your money, all of it, to their wealthy, wealthy donors. And so they sold you on bad government. Government that does not serve you. Government that serves corporations. But you know what? You know why we're at a crossroads here? You know why corporations are willing to walk away from the Republicans? Get any idea? Because they benefit from infrastructure. That's why. They benefit. And they're willing to pay for it. Because they know what the cost benefit is. And they're there because they're staring down Chinese competition too.
Look, do we think the rest of the world is waiting around? We're not going to make those kind of investments the rest of the world's saying. Take a look. Do you think China is waiting around to invest in this digital infrastructure or in research and development? I promise you, they are not waiting. But they're counting on American democracy to be too slow, too limited, and too divided to keep pace.
Yep.
You've heard me say it before. I think this generation can be marked by the competition between democracies and autocracies, because the world is changing so rapidly. Mm-hmm. The autocrats are betting on democracy not being able to generate the kind of unity needed to make decisions to get in that race.
That's right.
We can't afford to prove them right.
That was powerful. That was really deep. That was a really powerful, deep thought about competition in the world and why we would lose. The only way we could lose, being divided. The only way that we get left in the dust is if autocracies are right, democracies are too messy, democracies can't agree on jack, they will never make the investment needed because of the division and the belief that government itself is the problem and can't build anything and can't research or develop anything. And needs to be defunded, made so small that it can drown in a bathtub. This is what Republicanism, this is what conservatism has been preaching to you since the 1980s. We want fewer voters. We want to pick our voters. We want small government, small enough to drown it in a bathtub. And we will never raise a single tax on any corporate interest in this country. That's what they're offering. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.